If you don't want people to see something, do not post it. And also, before you start your channel, think about how you would feel if the most important person in your career bumped into this specific piece of content. Would it be cringe? Would you rather hide it? How would you feel about that? Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nothando and I make videos on construction, lifestyle and travel. On today's video, we have a video that's actually very broad. It's not really just isolated to quantity surveying, and that is the question whether or not a YouTube channel can affect your career, and should you go for it, should you not, what to look out for, and what are your expectations if you have a channel and it actually starts picking up. Let's get into the video. So it will depend on a few things. The first thing that it will depend on is your employer. If you have an employer that is very conscious about what the employees post online and they're constantly watching, then maybe it could. Number two, it depends on the recruiter. If you have a recruiter that's searching online, and if they've come across your your YouTube channel, and are they offended about what you're talking about? Is it a big deal for them? So it depends on the employer, your recruiter, and lastly, it also depends on the content. This is like the bigger part. Like if you're going to be posting stuff that's actually very offensive or things that is inappropriate or misaligned with what you do, or goes against the company values or what the future company values are, then that might hurt your prospective chances or maybe even get you fired. One story that I remember coming across is that there was this one lady, she became a meme. It's not even in her control. Like she became a meme and she was called into the office and eventually she was asked if she wants to be a meme or she wants to be an accountant. I think she's an accountant. I actually can't remember. But yeah. And then they eventually fired her because she was a meme.
She was basically like, you need to choose if you want to be a meme or if you want to be a corporate professional. Girl, I have rent to pay. Obviously, I want to be a professional. Like, what do you want me to do? Go work at Outback Steakhouse? So I was like, no, please, it's just a hobby. And she was like, okay. But then sure enough, a week later, she brought me in, slid a piece of paper across the table and was like, I think we're going to let you go. I was mortified. I was so embarrassed to tell my dad.
So it depends on your employer. That's the biggest part. It depends on them and what their company value is. My experience has not been a very negative experience so far. So when I started my channel, it was more of for fun type of thing, and then I realized that the QS videos are actually getting traction and people want to know and there's a need for this, so I started actually focusing more on that. But when I started working, nobody actually knew about my channel and it kind of sort of leaked, and then bit by bit more and more people found out, but the comments that I was getting from them were not in a negative light. So I had parts where people would say, oh yeah, I saw your channel, when did you go to Balito? Things like that. And I'm just like, oh, it's a bit awkward because I posted it as a video. I can't deny that that's not me, but it is what it was. The comments are mostly positive, and I feel like they actually kind of opened up me to other opportunities. There was a point where they wanted LinkedIn contributors from the different sites, and I was actually considered. If they talk about photography, I'm always considered. There's always comments like, oh, Nothando, you can vlog this, or if we're at a braai, oh, Nothando, are you gonna be vlogging this braai? And I'm just like, oh, it's a bit uncomfortable. I won't lie, I don't like talking about my channel. I don't like talking about my channel that much, so those type of things started happening. So if you start your own channel and you are in a good environment that's accepting of it with the first steps that I mentioned, then you might have comments like that coming towards you, or oh, why aren't you the way you are on your channel? And I'm just like, can we not talk about my channel? I'm not here for my channel. So that was my experience, but most of it was actually very, very positive. When my channel was brought up, it wasn't a type of thing. It was more of a, yeah, we see you type of thing, which I did not mind at all. yeah, so you'll get snarky comments from your colleagues, you will get people subscribing to you, and you will get people like commenting on what you did on your YouTube channel, what you spoke about here and there. So that's what you can expect from it. But overall, it really depends on your employer, the type of content that you create. Yeah, that's pretty much it. In conclusion, if you're not posting weird stuff, then you'll be fine. Like, it's not going to affect you. It's the rule of thumb of the internet. If you don't want people to see something, do not post it. Before you post videos on your channel, think about how you would feel if the most important person in your career bumped into this specific piece of content. Would it be cringe? Would you rather hide it? How would you feel about that? And if you're still fine with them coming across it, then go ahead and live your life and live your YouTube life and create your YouTube channel, flourish, have fun, take it as a creative side hobby thing that you do. So yeah, it's literally like having Instagram, Facebook. It's just video format and you're talking and people can hear your voice and you can't deny that this is what you said because it's your lips saying it. So that's the only difference. So if you don't mind and you have good intentions, then I suggest that you go for it. Also, when you're going to be a content creator, make sure that you're on top of your game at work. Be mindful of that you need to work extra hard not to drop the ball at work, because it might be used against you when you miss your deadline. I can imagine it happen like, oh, I need to be using a YouTube and my deadlines. You don't want it to be brought up against you. So I feel like it also helps me stay on my toes at work, because you don't want it to be a thing where you're like, oh, okay, you're missing deadlines and that's because you're busy there on YouTube. So I hope this video was helpful. Please do like and subscribe if you found it very useful. Thank you so much for the engagement in my previous video. Everybody who said congratulations to me, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was a bit useful for you, especially if you're contemplating starting a YouTube channel because you have like a job or a career and stuff like that. Just think about those pointers and then dive into it. Thank you for almost 2,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? Yeah, so thank you. See you later in another video. Do not forget to like and share and subscribe. And if you want to start a channel, I suggest you do it and just enjoy it and have fun with it. Mwah. I think that I actually might have Sunday as a day that I put to release my YouTube videos. I don't want to commit, but I think I might commit to that, because I feel like it's a good way to like start the week, you know?